What's up, y'all? Steve from Spirit Animal here, outside the Metro in Chicago. Little baby bucket list happening tonight. First time playing here. We're on tour with the Struts right now for 5 nights with some festivals thrown in around the country. We'll be heading out with Fits and the Tantrums and Incubus later this summer. You know, I'm kind of into health food for various reasons. You know, really long-term health being the main one, sort of anti-cancer, because I have a lot of that in my family and people around me, and I think if people were more educated and had more options that they knew were affordable and they knew how to use, I think a lot more people would be into this stuff, and it wouldn't feel like a burden, and it wouldn't feel like uppity and elite. And I really just kind of hope that this kind of stuff becomes more mainstream, because people will feel better if it does. So I have, for the first time though, tried to make my sort of health shake happen on the road. This is something that I've been messing with the last year at home as I got more into this kind of experimental eating stuff, and I just have been doing it so much that I thought I can't put it away for 3 weeks. So I tried to make it happen on tour for the first time, and I'm going to show you guys how I do that. I don't have a name for it. The shutdown shake, because you don't eat for hours after this. Luckily in our van we already had this power supply, which it just plugs into your cigarette adapter, but it's 3-prong, so we usually run our computers off this on our phones. But I realized that we had this in the van already, so I could bring this little blender guy. This I think is the Hamilton. People have a lot of these that are trendy. I've had this for years and it's never gone bad, so I don't really do trendy blenders. I just stick with the old standby. So I have that. I have this time brought my powder mix, which is a combination of a vegan protein powder called Sun Warrior, which is mostly pea protein, and in that I mixed turmeric, which is curcumin, reishi, which is like a mushroom powder, flaxseed, chia seed, and these things all have various benefits. Obviously the protein powder is the thing that's going to make you full, and if you're working out and stuff, it's going to help you build muscle. The turmeric is again, a lot of this stuff is kind of new science, new thinking, slightly experimental. I kind of look at myself almost like a guinea pig. Turmeric and reishi have and possibly have anti-cancer components for the long term. This is things that maybe have been around in Eastern medicine that the West is starting to study, and we're starting to find out a lot more about the benefits of. So this is basically, one dose of the turmeric pill, one of the amounts of reishi, one protein powder scoop times 8 or whatever I put in here. So I know no matter when I take a scoop out of here, it's going to be even. So I don't have to measure stuff out on the road. I just made it in advance. And I would just probably take 1 scoop of this, like so, and drop it in there. This protein powder is a little tricky, and usually actually I would put the water in first, because it's probably going to cake up and then I'm going to have a meltdown. But we'll see what happens. Then I have my own nuts and seeds mix. So when you go on the road, people are always like, yeah, I need healthy, get some trail mix. Not all nuts are created equal, my friends. This is sort of the extra healthy seeds and nut mix. First of all, it's mostly seeds, because seeds are generally more healthy than nuts. I have hemp seed in here, which is pound for pound the most healthy seed or nut. You've got, I think, 9 grams of protein to 6 grams of fat. That's like, and even these are like the good fats. Whereas when you eat something like a macadamia, it's basically hamburger meat if you look at the back of the package. So you just eat the trail mix. There's pumpkin seeds in here, tons of antioxidants. There's sunflower seeds in here, and there's walnuts in here. These are all going to be the higher protein, lower fat nuts. They're not as delicious as cashews and peanuts, but you do have to face the fact that if you're eating a ton of cashews, you're not really being that healthy. So I tried to buckle down and get used to eating these. There's also a little dry coconut powder in here, which I don't really know what that does. It just tastes good. So I will probably take a few scoops of this, like so. And as you can see, this is basically half the point of this thing is to make you full. So when you're on the road, you're not eating garbage, which I do eat. And we did have McDonald's last night, and I got 3 sauces with my nuggets. So I don't want you to try and box me in, okay? I am ready to rage on greasy food. But because of that, I gotta get nice in the daytime. Okay. Other components of this. Now, one thing that I would normally definitely do at home is put yogurt in this. This would be the thing that makes it creamy. Again, you're getting another source of protein, and you get the probiotics, which have, which is yogurt is like a great source of. Plain yogurt I would probably do, again, to avoid the sugar. You could get yogurt on tour in actually the continental breakfast bars that are available free of charge at all the cheap hotels we stay at. I've been using that on the daily, but we're at the venue today. We ran across the street, the bodega didn't have yogurt, so this one's not going to be as bomb as it should be, but that's tour life for you. So instead of the yogurt though, I do have my trusty other health shake, which is a bomb brand, and I gotta be honest with you guys, you need to cop this. These are on Amazon. They're about $2.99 a piece if you get them on Amazon in a 12-pack. It's so good compared to other shakes. It's vegan, it's vanilla, it's 16 grams of protein, it's delicious when it's chilled. I'm gonna use this because it's gonna give it a little bit of a creaminess. Not as creamy as the yogurt, but still better than straight water. As you can see, it looks pretty bomb. It looks like a shake already. And another substitute, I think people don't know this, but you can use granola in shakes. And in this case, I'm gonna use the bar. And again, just to thicken it up a little bit. This is a macro bar. These are really popular, at least in New York. They're all over the place. There's a gazillion flavors. This one, I also have a ton of allergies, so there's a bunch of nuts I can't eat. So I rock with the sunflower one. Again, sunflower being like one of the most healthy nuts. And this is just gonna give you a little more texture, a little more oomph. And I am actually kind of terrified right now because I feel like I'm not gonna eat for like a week after this one. This is a new version of this. Okay. Now, one thing you know you can get on the road, water. Get that anywhere. You can get that at the venue. I'm gonna go in there at the little water. I got ice from the club. You always can get ice from the club, and you have to use ice for these things. They're not good warm. Not good. I'm gonna go ice. No skimp on that. I think that's pretty much it. Now, if I was at home, what else would I do? I would put kale in this for sure, because with all this other stuff, you're not even gonna taste it, so you can get a full serving of your greens. I might put some chlorophyll, which is like a liquid, kind of like easy to get algae, sort of like, they call it an internal deodorant, and other green stuff that you wouldn't be able to store in a van. I'd probably include. But not today, friends. We're going straight nuts and bolts. All right, let's see how it happens here. This is not the thickness that we desire, but it's what we're getting. Probably gonna be gone. Are you gonna taste this? Yeah, man, you know. I don't think it's gonna be that sweet. Oh yeah, it will. Ooh, this might be good actually. So, I have never made this exact version of this before. I'm actually kind of excited to find out what happens. I cook a lot, and a lot of times people ask me, "What's your favorite thing to cook?" And I cook for lots of people, and I never make the same thing for someone twice. I mean, maybe if they requested it, but it wouldn't be identical. I don't like to follow recipes, and that's kind of part of the fun of it. So this is kind of actually doing that the same way. All right, let's see what happens here. I think we're in the mix. Let's see what this. Yep, a little thin, but that's good, dude. This one's kind of like. This reminds me of like when you let the ice cream melt and it was like all liquidy, and it's like somehow that's like worse than ice cream itself. It's like more gluttonous. You're just like spooning like melted ice cream like soup. It's kind of like that. Oh yeah. I'm gonna blend this a little bit more though. All right, turns out need to do this one extra long in the blender, and it did get creamy. Woo! Now we're talking. That's with no yogurt, no dairy. God, that looks like Shake Shack. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Raisins would be a good way to sweeten this. Dates, stuff like that, sticky things like that when you're on the road. I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, I'm not mad now. Now I don't need yogurt. All right, well listen. Band's called Spirit Animal. It's about to go down for us. A lot of new music coming out all year. Touring is about to take off. So make sure you go to spiritanimal.us or follow us on socials, Spirit Animal US, at Spirit Animal US. That's for Twitter, Insta, Facebook. We make crazy music videos, and I think we're about to get our shot. So, cheers to us and to you.